Alright, we should be live now. I'll wait for the indication letting me know I'm live, because right now I don't have anything. It just says stop streaming, so I always have to wait for these things, because I never know. Alright, we're going to set the laptop down right over there, and we should be good. Just check everything, make sure we're good to start answering you guys' questions. Oh my, I see it's like a really weird window. You don't want that. How do I expand that out? That's like really tiny. Don't like the tiny window. Should be full screen. Let's see. See if I can figure this out. That should be it. I think I got it. And there seems to be like a decent amount of lag behind what I'm trying to do here. So, again, you'll have to forgive me. This is makeshift as we can get right now. But we should be up and running now. So, today I'll be telling you guys 3 things that Sony doesn't want you to know about Triluminos and probably was banking on you forgetting. But fortunately, you've got me, and I don't forget about these things. So the first thing is that Triluminos is actually referring to quantum dot technology. Tri, right? Red, green, blue. And the whole concept is like pushing the concept of we're juicing up your primary colors. It's triluminous. It's supposed to be some next level technology stuff. And over the course of so many years, Sony just kind of like slowly but surely stopped adding quantum dots to it and just started using it as what I would roll into my second reason, an oversaturation feature, because that's literally all it does now. It's not really anything brilliant. It's just you go on and you select live color. They usually tie that to the Triluminos advertisements in some way. Triluminos with Live Color Pro or whatever they're doing nowadays, right? And they'll advertise that. Meanwhile, they'll just destroy your image. And then, last but not least, the final thing that they don't want you to know is it's purely a gimmick in 2021. Like, literally a gimmick. So much so that they're putting Pro on the end of just Triluminos, but they're not actually telling you what's improved and what's Pro about it. They're just like, by the way, this is the Pro version of something that used to be quantum dots, but no longer is quantum dots, and it's a very weird thing. So I think that that's a little gray area there that at the very least should be looked into. But I'll start answering some of you guys' questions, and we can start the live stream and answering things and getting back in the swing of things. If you don't know, I'm moving. Everything's hectic. I don't have my dummy battery plugged into this, so we're going to have to make this as quick as we can because it's absolutely going to die after a little while. So bear with me on this. All right, so we've got new member Angel. What's going on, man? I appreciate you, and welcome to the VIP family. We've got Chin Tupat. What's going on, man? We've got No Ezo Ease. No Ezo Ease. I don't know. I think that's your name. What's going on, man? You said, hey Q, have you ever? You said, Q, have you heard about Hisense's U6GR? In Hisense's website, it says it supports HDMI 2.1. I have not heard of that. And Chin Tupat, you said you're good, so that's good to hear. I'm glad everybody's doing all right. Now, I don't really have much in the way of an updated chat log. So if you guys are coming on or whatever the case may be, you guys have questions, ask them now. This is absolutely the time for that because my thing is like lagging and it's not really showing me a whole lot here. Like it's still showing that there are only like 9 people. So it's good to hear that you're doing good, Chintu Pat. And also, it's good to hear from you as well, Dylan. What's going on, man? And so yeah, it's getting ready to get around to CES 2021 or 2022. You see how broken I am. It's all the same year over and over again. It really feels like it. But we're getting into CES, and for those of you who aren't a part of the VIP community, you don't know, but I got invited formally to CES, and that was really cool and everything. So, I'll be doing it virtually this year, because they were like, to attend physically, you need to jab up, and I'm not doing that. So, that is what it is, but at least I'll be able to give you guys some information as it comes out, and things like that. We had a couple questions throughout the week about, just a bunch of various different things. So if you have some more of those reiterations that I didn't get through the week, just, again, shoot me down below, and I'll answer all those questions. In terms of anything new this week, I mean, there's not really a whole lot. You guys are probably preparing for Christmas. A lot of you guys are probably taking it easy, spending time with the family, things like that, which is always wonderful. Right now, even I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my Christmas tree at this point because it's just all been a mess. So yeah, it's definitely been crazy. We've got Jason. You said quit hating on Sony all the time. Define hating. I mean, hating is a very specific term. I mean, hating on Sony is what you'd say. As I'm recording on a Sony A7 series camera, A7R series camera to be specific, as I'm shooting with a G Master lens, that's hate to you? Like, this lens cost a ton of money. Like, I'm not hating on Sony. You have to understand, and I know at first it might seem like hating, and it might seem like I'm being rude or I don't know. I don't know what you're imagining, but the reality is Sony is not bringing their best anymore, right? I've shown it every single time I've compared it against any TV over the last at least 3 years. They're declining. The quality is just getting worse and worse and worse. And the thing is, you know, you're going to have people that glow it up, and you're going to have people that believe in their standards, and wherever you sit on that, that is your personal business. But like I said in my video earlier today, you know, a lot of these parts from these so-called budget Chinese brands are coming from the same warehouses. They're producing the same parts. It's the same thing, more or less. You're just slapping a label on the box that says Sony. I don't know where you get this idea that Sony is some great company that can't be replicated. They can't replicate a TV again. You absolutely can replicate a TV with good image quality from a different company. So maybe change the way you see things, because they don't give a fuck about you, dude. Like, sorry to cuss at you, not really cussing at you, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care. Like, gee shit, they're looking at you and they're like, Mr. Customer, I'm going to build that expansion onto my house because of you and your brand loyalty. So, you know, maybe before you tell me I'm hating on Sony, listen to what I'm saying. When I compare it directly to an A8G, for example, and we're going over the A80J, and, you know, I'm showing that it has less dynamic range, it has less sharpness and clarity, even though they claim to have a cognitive processor, that's not hating. That's literally just a fact of, like, observation. Like, there's no hatred to say that they're not performing the way they used to, and I think maybe that's something you should think about before you say these things. Again, taste your words before you spit them out. Now, moving on, we've got, it just came out as I wanted to see if there were any Hisense TVs in stock. You said, and came across the U6GR. You said, also, thank you for making videos. They're so entertaining to watch. I rewatch the vids. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for that. I haven't heard anything about the 6GR, so hopefully it's good, right? I mean, I don't really know much about it, so who knows? You heard HDMI 2.1, fake news, fake and new TV. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, so I really couldn't tell you one way or another. What's going on, Supersonic, man? It's nice to hear you, or see you stopping by. We have had a friend whose parents had a 65-inch Sony X900A in 2013. My jaw was on the floor, and you said it was the first time. Yeah, that was the first time. But now it's his and his. Wait, it's like a hand-me-down, is what you're saying? And it's a TCL 6 series that destroys, and your TCL 6 series destroys the old thing. Yeah, I mean, when I first saw it, that was actually the model that got me into, like, really loving the quantum technology, the quantum TV, as it's called, right? I really loved it because, like, the Sony 900A series was really special in that it did that like, really strong color, but it did it, like, tastefully. And I think, like, something that can do that at that time period, right? I feel personally, I still feel the TV's ahead of its time. I think it can hold its own against a lot of the stuff that they are coming out with now. And I think it's just a dialing in thing. And some people do it, some people don't. So it really does just depend on a lot of different factors. But no, I agree with you. I think that's a really nice, I think it's a nice television for sure. What's going on, Handy Cart? Man, it's nice to hear from you, brother. I mean, I've been busy all week. I mean, we've been texting back and forth. But yeah, man, it's good to hear from you. If you can't see, I'm, like, absolutely exhausted from moving and, like, all this, dude. Like, so tired of it, like, and 1,000,000% over it, like, for sure. What's going on, Brad B? You said, yo, your vids have been super helpful for me lately. I appreciate that, man. Anything I can do to help out, I'm always game for it, par for the course, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can find something that you guys will enjoy and you'll be able to get a benefit out of, I should say, as far as information. Pedro, what's going on, man? Thanks for being a VIP member. You said Hisense U8G settings. You gotta let me know the specifics of the Hisense U8G settings. There are some that I'm planning, but I just kind of want to know what you guys are planning for me, I guess. Like, what would you like to see? I have quite a few that are in the backlogs here, to be honest with you. I mean, literally my entire life. Like, I'm staring at a box right now in a room filled with boxes. Like, I've got to unpack and all this other stuff. Part of the reason I don't have my dummy battery tonight. But, you know, it is what it is. But at least the TVs are unpacked, and that's like the bare minimum. I'm like working around boxes and stuff like that, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, just let me know what exactly you want to see, like settings wise, and I'll make it happen. You know, I'm good for it, man. All right, so we've got Joshua. What's going on? You said, "Yo, you finally settled on your new home," and you said, "Is it in Texas?" So I'm still in Florida. For Texas, I wanted to go the route of a house, and unfortunately, I need to be there in order to like pre-qualify there. You know what I mean? So there's nothing I could really do. So I'm still in Florida, which I don't really mind because you know they're kind of one and the same, idealistically at least. So for me, I'm good with that. You know, the only thing I'm not particularly pleased with at the moment is, you know, the nightmare of moving, which there are many, maybe at some point, and you know, a certain unspecified time, I might actually share the entire story, but not at this point in time. But you never know. You never know. We have Brad B. I think I already got that. It's lagging. It really is lagging. My bad here. Dylan, what's going on? You said, I really want the PS5 because I bought an amazing LG C1 because of your reviews, but you said, but I got a game with the PS4 Pro, I think? Yeah, that's all you got a game is the PS, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, these damn scalpers are, like, ruining everything all the time. They want you to pay, like, 8 times the price of what something's actually worth. And it's really frustrating because it's like, you know, it doesn't have to be this way. Sony could step in, all the retailers could step in and, like, set limits. You know, if they see a recurring transaction from a certain IP address, obviously it's fraudulent. They don't care. They're getting their money either way. And frankly, the demand looks good for them because now you're hot on the heels. You're watching, you're rechecking, you're coming onto the website. What you don't realize is that on every website, they monetize their website. They have ads on them. So you're actually helping them fund money, even though, you know, or funnel money into their company, even though all you're doing is just rechecking for PS5. It's a whole business, and it's very dirty and it's very shady. Like, it's the kind of thing that, like, I mean, what can you really do? I mean, you either pay the scalpers or you kind of do without, you know? It's tough. We've got, you said, room looks sick as fuck. Wow. I mean, it's not even finished, to be honest with you. This is just something I slapped together. I haven't even figured out the placement of everything, and like, yeah, but I'm glad that you're enjoying it, man. I'm gonna make refinements as time goes on and like perfect it the way I usually do, but yeah, right now I'm just trying to get it the way I gotta get it. Hopefully it continues to grow and you can enjoy it even more than now, because this is not its final form. Fingers crossed on that for sure. Puppet Master, what's going on? I appreciate your donation of $5. Of course, that really goes towards helping the channel out. Normally, I'm more enthusiastic during these things, but I am spent from moving and all that stuff, and I did like 3 videos or something like that today, so I'm like super tired. But I do appreciate you. You know, it helps the channel out, keeps us going, keeps us independent in what we do best. And you said boom, and I really do appreciate it. So most definitely, thank you, man. We've got Troy Patterson. What's going on, man? Thank you for being a VIP member. See, you're like a newer member here, so welcome to the family here. We've got, hey Q, so I just bought a 55-inch Hisense U8G. You said, still going back and forth on whether I should spend a little more on the C1. You said there's little difference. You said they're a little major. What? They're a major difference. Oh, you're asking if there's a major difference between the two. And then you said also how's the audio on the UHG. Well, the major difference is going to come down to the C1's going to have more clarity. So when comparing against the UHG, when you get to especially like low lit scenes, nighttime scenes, it's going to be way better than the UHG. However, the UHG in almost all the scenes across the board, I'd say like 90% of them, is going to be really great. And I think that's one thing that you kind of have to consider when you talk about these TVs. So it could go either way, potato, potato, but I personally put my hat on the C1 first and foremost, and then the UHG, because it does struggle with blooming from time to time, and with lower bitrate content, it does struggle a bit as well. So I think you might be happier with the C1. The speakers on the UHG, I mean, they're okay. They're not fantastic, but I kind of expect that from like all TV manufacturers. They don't really try the hardest with the speakers. So I say it's worth it. I say definitely give it a go. We've got World Traveler. What's going on? You said it's great to see you, bro. You said I've thoroughly enjoyed your content and slowly but surely enjoying learning more about TB Tech. That's what we do, man. I'm glad to hear that it's actually working out for you for sure. Pedro, what's going on? Oh, I already answered that one. Oh, you said Hisense U8G HDR settings. So yeah, those are definitely on the pipeline of things to be coming out. They should be coming out by the end. What is today? Today is Friday the 17th. So we should have them out shortly. I would say early next week. That should be the timetable for them. Then we got Timothy. What's going on? You said you seen any problems with the LG C1 with the green line at the bottom and right side of the TV when watching YouTube on Xbox Series X? You said, and also sometimes it's saying invalid format when using Xbox Series X. I haven't seen the green line issue on Xbox Series X. Though to be fair, 9 times out of 10 when I'm streaming, I kind of do it on PlayStation, so it is kind of what it is. We've got Chentu Pat. You said HDMI 2.0 can be labeled as HDMI 2.1 with no enhancements. We've got Brad B. I appreciate your donation of $1.99. It definitely helps us out, man. You said first time in the live stream, you said, and won't be the last. I appreciate it. It's always good to have you guys come out and interact and just have fun, right? Just kind of communicate and talk and have a good time. We've got the C1 is amazing. He said got the 75-inch U6G. Very cheap at $7.99, but for the price, really good. You said I'd say it's probably just about as good as the Hisense H9G from last year. And then bought last year. You said both were bought at your recommendation. So, yeah, Phil, I appreciate you listening to the information and all that stuff. So that's always a wonderful thing. We've got, let's see more. We've got the Beast Mode. You said bought an A90J. You said it's a nice TV coming from the Q87T. So, I mean, I would imagine, yeah. I mean, if you're coming from something like that, I could see it. It's hard, though, man, because for me, I really just don't like what they did with the motion. I mean, Sony used to be known for motion, and they just kind of botched it entirely. So hopefully that gets better. But yeah, I mean, all in all, there's not really a whole lot of stuff that I would really say on the market is worth buying now. I mean, outside of the C1, the U8G, I mean, this year is pretty much over. It's pretty much spent. And I know a lot of people are going to, like, rush and they're going to buy, like, the A90Js, the A80Js. They're going to, people do whatever, right? I think, though, like, doing that is going to really upset a lot of people when next year rolls around and then they can see, like, tangibly see, like, how far behind those TVs were. Because I feel like 2022 is definitely the year they're going to show up a little bit more than they normally would have. So, that's pretty much that one for there. But just kind of going through. Again, it's going to be a short live stream tonight. Not trying to keep it too long, terribly long or anything like that. Just wanted to answer some of you guys' questions, touch on a couple things. We've got, I thank you. You said, I thank you for the LG C1 app settings today. You said, my question is, do you have any quick settings suggestions when the app goes into Dolby Vision or HDR? Honestly, not really, because I always don't. I mean, I stream via consoles with HDMI, so everything I do, strictly HDMI, rule of thumb. I absolutely hate the idea of not doing it that way, because it's so much harder, right? So that's just kind of how I do it. So I'd have to find some custom settings for that and then try to, maybe work around that. But I would advise just trying to get to an HDMI device if possible. Stay away from the X90J, yeah, pretty much. That's basically what I would do myself. And that's pretty much it. I can't really do a long live stream today. Again, I've got a battery that's dying by the second, and I want to get to all your questions. So if you have a question now, like just hit it, and I'll try to hit as many as I can. But more or less, we're about to end the live stream in a couple of minutes here. So again, really short live stream today, not terribly long or anything. Just wanted to touch bases with you guys and say what's up and all that good stuff. And of course, I know you guys are excited for the holidays and stuff like that. And if you guys want, you can participate in our Christmas tree thing that we're doing. Every week, we're going to be showing you guys Christmas trees that, like, the community puts up on Discord. And the winner will constantly become the winner of the week. So that'll be exciting and fun. We've got a giveaway collaboration happening with Extreme Rate. So you guys can you know, watch the channel, join. We're going to be doing that. We've got so much stuff coming up on the schedule here. It really just depends. I'm trying to think of it all right now. It's like the end of my day, winding down, battery's dying. I'm like not here right now, so I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can while I have you guys here. All right, so I just bought my first TV in 7 years, the Hisense U8G. Very nice. You said very excited. I think you'll like it a lot. I mean, first time in 6 years, it's definitely going to be a massive upgrade. All right, since the U7G is in 75 inches IPS, will your settings work? I actually haven't had the chance to check or test or verify any of that, so I actually don't know. I've only had up to 65 inches for the U7G, so I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. You can always try it, and if it doesn't work, I mean, we can try to, I don't know, try to figure something out, you know, try to work around that limitation, but I only usually go with VA panels. I don't like IPS. 55-inch U8G 65 or versus 65-inch U7G. Definitely do the U8G. We've got the. Do you have an access? I'm sorry. Do you have a link to access those GoVs that you use? I mean, it's the GoV immersion and things like that, so that's usually going to be what I would recommend. What camera slash mic you using to stream? That I'll keep classified. If I tell you, I'm sure I'll just have a bunch of people with my same level of quality, and there's no way I want that. What I can tell you is I use a Sony A7R series camera. Very vague. There are a ton of numbers, 4 by my count. And I'm using a Sony G Master lens. Very vague. There are a ton of those. I can also tell you that I'm streaming this with a Cloner Alliance device. You know, but again, very vague. So that's the idea, the general ballpark. As far as the mic goes, I mean, you know, it's classified. Magician never tells us secrets, right? All right, so then we've got there is no option to join. Hit me down in the comments below, and I'll send you a link manually. We've got what do we have? We have Bushido Kai. You said fucking crazy. What cam is he using? I mean, I can't even see this. Like, I'm looking at a monitor right now, and I don't really know. I really hope this thing isn't dying. I can't see the battery life. I know it's going to die soon. So I'm trying to, like, get to everybody. But I really don't even know what it looks like, because I'm just looking at it through this monitor here. And, like, you guys are like, hey, it's good quality. It's, like, great. And I'm like, damn, what are you guys seeing? I want to see that, too. You know, I can't see it, though. So it is what it is. It's one of those things where I'm kind of limited in what I can see here. We've got Joe Adventures TV. You said, hey, you have an amazing channel. It's my first time seeing your live stream. You said, I have a question about the LG C1 versus the A90J. I'm looking for the best blacks, great color. And you said best blacks, great color, and bright image. Thanks. Well, best black levels, I mean, both are OLED. They're going to be fantastic. I think you might have an edge towards, I would say, LG maybe, because Sony, for whatever reason, is just like, they're pushing really vibrant color, but there was decent black crush that I did see on some of their TVs. So it is going to depend on the unit, but then that can also hold true for LG. I've seen LGs that equally get black crush, so I think it's really about the same because they're both LG panels. Of course, processing plays a role into this, but it's really hard to say. As far as what's the better TV, though, all day, every day, you want to look at the LG C1 over the A90J. Save yourself the money. The motion on the A90J is dog water. You are going to regret it the moment you see what the C1 looks like. It's just day and night. And then the picture quality, exceptional. It truly is wonderful. Unless, of course, you start trying to stream things over low bit rates, or you start using like USB devices. That's not really where the TV shines at all, and I would not recommend it for that. For that, I recommend getting like a pass-through device of some sort, like, you know, even if you just use your Xbox or something else and plug a USB device into that, and then plug that in an HDMI, obviously, to get to the TV, that would be way better than just using the TV itself. So hopefully that answers the question there. Shout out to World Traveler. I appreciate your donation of $10. I see you, brother. I really appreciate you. You said, thank you for your service to this community, not just for tech, but even in I don't know what you mean, in sharing personal views. I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, it's really hard to get somebody that can appreciate both the tech and the personal view aspect. So the fact that you can do both is just well worth all the applause in the world, because you have some people, you say one thing they don't like and you're the worst human being to ever walk the face of the earth, no matter what you've done prior. So it is cool that you're able to just listen to what I'm saying and enjoy the content, and we can just have a nice community here. So I appreciate that, brother. It's really cool, man. We've got donation from Puppet Master for $5. I really appreciate you, brother. You said, I know you said I know you do mainly TVs, but are you thinking about other electronics as well, like headphones, speakers, etc.? The soundbar thing has been on the menu for a long time, and I've been dragging my feet on that one. I'm not gonna lie. As far as headphones, not really. That's not my thing. I mean, I know a lot about it. I mean, I probably don't look like it, but I used to work for Bose, so I know a lot about speakers and all that stuff. I don't know. I just had no interest in it really, you know. And I feel like once I start doing that, it's going to be an expectation to just keep on that, and it would be monotonous for me to be like, look at these awesome headphones. Like, I can only be so excited about headphones. As far as sound bars go, it's hard because like a lot of them, like I feel like once you get to like 400 watts, you're pretty much going to have a decent sound quality for the most part. Now, some Best Buy reps will try to tell you that wattage doesn't equal sound quality, which, yeah, okay, I suppose if we're just doing a broad stroke of the brush, yeah, but there are typical rules with it. Like, when you get a sound bar for a smaller space, you usually want to stick around 400 watts because at the very least you know you're going to have the power and stuff like that. And not only that, but like that's just been my experience, what I've observed. Those that have a 400 watt rating are usually the better sound quality ones. So, and using those little rules and kind of finding the ones that are good and stuff like that. But also, some of these sound bars are just expensive as TVs. And so sometimes I have, judgment calls to make where you guys have clearly more excitement in the TV factor than in the sound factor. So I have to weigh all that up and go, do I buy the sound bar or do I buy the TV where I've clearly got like a bunch of people asking to see this one model? And it's hard because it gets backburnered so much because there's so much more demand for TVs that I just end up only doing TVs. But I got to try to work in the sound stuff too. I really should try to get on that. But yeah, man, I'm definitely thinking about it for sure. All right, so we've got BitCloud. What's going on, man? You said gonna get back on the show soon, bro. Hey, it's nice that you stopped by, man. I didn't even know you were here. I'm like checking out, right? I'm like the battery's dying. I'm exhausted. I'm moving. I'm thinking, and yeah, I'm all over the place, man. But it's nice to hear from you, man, for sure. We've got Guillermo or Guillermo. You said, did I got my name on the pumpkin? Yes, you definitely do have a pumpkin, most certainly. And something tells me before the end of this live stream, you might just see one pop up. I don't know. But yes, you are going to be on the pumpkin wall, which we're currently, where is it? We're building up right over there. Right over there. That's where we're building it up. Probably is going to be on that wall, right, that wall, and this wall. So we're going to be building it all over again, but yeah, that's pretty much where I have the space to put it. We've got thanks, Mr. Q. I agree with your Sony advice because I bought the X850F 3 years ago and it broke, and I agree the C1 is the better option. It definitely is for sure. It's wonderful. I really recommend it for everybody. What's going on, David? You said, hey, Quantum, when are you going to be getting your VIP members the additional UAG settings that I believe you were going to submit last week? Yeah, it was supposed to be on like the 11th or something of like December? I think it was December, like 11th or something like that. But then I had to move, and so, life happens. So I have to adapt and adjust to that. So the new timetable is going to be early next week, and I mean, like, I'm aiming for like Monday, but I say Monday to give extra time. I'm probably gonna have it out over the weekend, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, boom, there it goes. But I don't want to say that in case something pops up over the weekend where I'm like, oh shit, So, but for the most part, it should be around that time period for sure. All right, so we've got do Hisense TVs use VRR over HDMI 2.1? I mean, I don't really get into VRR if I'm being very honest with you. I don't see a point in it personally. I don't like 4K 120 hertz modes. I think why would I buy an Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 or whatever it is and then nerf it to the lowest graphical quality this system could offer just for frame rates. I can't do it. Like, I would rather have a little bit slower frame rates and then have like an enjoyable experience. You know what I mean? So I don't play with it too much. And as far as like PC goes, I believe in VSync more than any other technology. You do 4K 60 with VSync on, you don't need for anything. You know what I mean? And then of course there's the option of 1440p at 60 FPS with max ultra ultimate settings. You know, it's a dream. So I really don't care about the gimmicky, we're going to do 120 hertz now. I don't really care about it. So the variable refresh rate thing doesn't work. And again, using VSync on PC, that's literally all you need, because that's the variable technology, so to speak, that helps adapt and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. I don't really use it that much, to be honest. I have an NVIDIA Shield. Doesn't matter HDMI 2.0 or 2.1 for movies. No, it really doesn't matter. Movies are stuck in the Stone Ages, to say the very least. Any soundbar of choice? Any soundbar of choice for you? You said thinking about going with the Sonos Arc. For me, I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm biased as hell when it comes to soundbars for what I personally would use. I love my Sony Z9F. The Z9F soundbar. That shit it hits everything perfectly, flawlessly. Like, for me and my space and what I've got to work with, dude, like, that thing is more than enough. I have to turn it down. I've yet to crank it past, what, like 20? Like, I don't need to. It's such a well-crafted thing. I think it's excellent. So, yeah. We've got IPS panel, not the same as the 65-inch. Hold on. I think I already answered that. Yeah, the U7G is not the same. So if you go with the 75-inch... Oh, wait, what? Is a IPS panel not the same as the 65? Yeah, no, it's not. The 75-inch is the only IPS one. Sony putting out some trash as of late, most definitely, for sure. We've got... I wish Panasonic would come back to the US. That's like a pipe dream at this point. They're not going to do that. They are some of the best out there. They don't care. They're not going to come back here. We've got... What about buying 930 in 2021? I think it's a good idea, because all the other Sony TVs aren't even holding a candle to 930 for sure. And don't worry, I got your comment up here. Jeremy, I didn't forget about you. I know you were looking forward to getting that pumpkin on the wall there, brother. What? I gotta. Oh no! I gotta get up. I gotta walk over. I think there's a pumpkin in the making over here. Oh man. Oh my god, I'm knocking over microphones and stuff. All in a day's work. I gotta figure this out. I don't know. You guys have no idea how hard it is to do a live stream. I'm like communicating off camera, on camera, knocking over mics, tearing up lights, knocking over, I don't know what an expression would be at this moment, but something. I'm knocking over something. I'm doing something terrible. Just awful behind the scene. It's just terrible. Like, boxes and me, we don't get along. Terrible. But yes, I didn't forget about you. We got to get your pumpkin up and going. I know you were looking forward to that. We've got D. Leon. What's going on? You said, are you on Twitch? I am not. I don't even know the first thing about streaming on Twitch, if I'm being honest with you. I'm only exclusively on YouTube, which probably should do something about that. But yeah. Oh, I think I saw a little focused breathing when I brought my hand up. I brought it out. Oh, look at that. Ugh. Disgusting. Oh, man. The more you pay. You know? Alright, so we've got, we have the Q950A or the A9 or the Sonos Arc. Well, I don't like Samsung's audio because they usually prioritize bass over everything else, and it usually drowns a lot of stuff out and sounds like dog crap in my opinion. Sony is pretty good with sound, but I feel like Sonos is superior with sound. However, they're very, 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 very expensive, and for that, I mean, I think Sony's like a next runner-up, so I'd say go with the A9. That's just what I would say. We've got, what camera is this? This looks good. This is a Sony A7R. I'll be very vague, and I won't tell you the exact model number, just to keep prying eyes off of, But if you look at a Sony A7R series camera and maybe a G Master lens of one of many varieties, you might figure out the combination that I'm rocking here, and might pull it off. Of course, that's not the only thing going on here, but of course, that's all I'll say because the rest is a technique and a secret. Whoop. You know what I mean? I hate to be vague with you guys, but I really can't. I really can't. Because like you guys know me, right? Like I like being a straight shooter, but like I have so many people that will watch my stuff and they'll just like swagger jack and they'll look at me and they'll be like, "I didn't do that. He's crazy. See how biased he is? Look how crazy he is." Like you can't win in this business, so you got to keep your secrets a secret. What's going on? As I'm gonna mess your name up, I'm not even gonna try that. You said, "Yo Q, where'd you get these lights about your TV? They look cool," and you're just like telling us about them. Uh, they kind of look like lightsabers. Oh, you're talking about that one over there. That's the Govi Lyra. Yeah, that's the Lyra lamp. You can find that on Amazon for like $149 or something like that. Now I'm not gonna cap with you. I got really lucky. Govi approached me and they were like, "Yo, do you want to like tell people about this product? Do you think the audience would care?" I was like, "Sure. I'll review your product, but don't require me to send it back." And so it was a review in exchange for keeping the product. So I'm good with that all day, every day. No shilling involved, and I'll tell you if your product's good or bad. And it's a good product. It does what it's supposed to do. You know what I mean? So hey, I'm happy with it. Would I pay $149 for it? No, I would wait until it goes on sale. But they have sale days where sometimes it drops lower, like $99 or whatever. You just gotta find it in season. We've got. I keep running into your name. I have no idea how to say this. Avikash. Avikash. I'm gonna mess that up. I'm so sorry, dude. But what's going on, man? You said I have a choice between the A8H, the LG CX, both same price. CX comes in. Sorry, both at the same price. I would go with the C10. That's how bad like Sony's TVs are these days. And then as far as comes with a 5-year warranty, I would do the C series most definitely. I don't know if it comes with a 5-year warranty, but if it does, then that would be a no-brainer for sure. We've got is that frame? I'm sorry, is that a frame around your C1? You said looks amazing back there. No, it's not a frame. This is the Samsung Q8FN. So this is like my legacy TV back here, and I don't know if you mean like the little, where is it, the little, I can't even trace this out on camera. I suck at it. The little V there, we kind of got it. That's the Go V Glide. That's the Glide. It's a little wall accessory. So yeah, I mean most of these lights are like Go V lights for the most part, except for like that one right there ish. I suck at this. There, I suck at my job. I'm terrible, the worst. But no, yeah, I appreciate that, Troy. Yeah, I'm trying to frame it up and give you guys some nice stuff to look at so it's pretty and all that. So, I'm glad that you guys are actually enjoying the set that we're creating here. It's not finished. I'm still, moving and packing. I'm hoping to God, like in the middle of speaking, this thing doesn't cut off any minute because I don't have my dummy battery in here, and usually I do, and that's how I can go for a long time. But like this is straight camera battery, so I'm like sweating bullets. I'm like, God, we are going to go off any second. So I'm trying to go through this as fast as I can. Agree, Sonos is way too expensive. Here, I should go with the C10 despite the orange red. I mean, if you can swing it, go with the C1 for sure. Even if you got to save a couple more checks or whatever the case may be, that's what I would personally do. The C10, I don't recommend it formally. I don't. But if it's the choice of the C10 or the A8H, then I would just go with the C10 because screw Sony's bad motion. And I mean, it's bad. So yeah. LOL, you said just have a dude sign an NDA and tell him about tell him about the cameras. That was good. I like that. That was clever. We've got how worried should we be of burn-in when gaming on these modern OLEDs? I mean, it really depends. If you're doing strategy RPG games or PC gaming with like windowed PC gaming or something like that, then you should be pretty worried. But typically not very worried. I've been using my AAG for the better part of since 2019, right? And no issues whatsoever. I've used it for everything. Full HUDs, no babysitting, outside of making sure I'm not leaving it on when I leave a room. Outside of that, same thing's happening with the C1. The C1 actually is my primary gaming TV, and nothing else, literally nothing else receives like gaming treatment or priority. I'm just like straight up gaming on those. So yeah. Then we've got Guillermo. You said, "Yo, I've got U8G. I believe I've got a defective panel. Anything I can do to lessen the blooming when working with the Hisense, for a defective fix. You said have all the updates. I mean, I don't think there's much that they can do outside of like sending a tech out to probably replace something like the screen or something. But I'm gonna be very real with you. I'm not like a part of their company. I have no idea what that like part of their house is all about. All I do is tell you like, gosh, man, they're still trying to make a name for themselves right now, and as a result, we get to exploit it a little bit, and we get to cash in until they make a name for themselves and start charging Sony prices. You know what I mean? Like that's what I do in this. I give you honest reads on products but I don't know like the back of the house part of it. And just so you guys can see, shout out to all you guys who showed up tonight, man. You guys are all here. It's an existing pumpkin, but you guys are still on here. Now we're gonna break out something more than pumpkins in the next live stream, just so you guys can kind of see. But we've got all our guys who were showing up tonight. So I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, you guys are awesome, man, for sure. I want to get this done before my camera dies. I'm like trying to be like normal, but then like back of the mind, right? That's GoV. Damn. I was wondering about getting it now. You said now I'm sure I'll get some early next year. Yeah, no, GoV lights they're really good. I've had them since before GoV even like approached me. Like the first GoV lights I ever received, my wife bought for me as a gift, and they're literally the ones that are on the table back there. Like you can kind of see them. Wait, over here. Those lights, wonderful. Like changed everything, and then from there I was like a total fan. Truth be told, still am a fan, but at the end of the day, I think like you'd be happy with those. We've got. Oh, by the way, I want to do a massive shout out right now for Handy Cart Mexican and Anonymous. You two have been just the best, just the most wonderful. Okay, and I can't put it into words how grateful I am that you guys are part of the moderator community / admin community. I would imagine you guys are fantastic. Seriously, you're literally the best moderators I've ever had in the history of this channel. So fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You guys are awesome. I forgot to tell you guys, for everybody who's joined, we're doing our next cash giveaway through Amazon gift cards. We should be doing it sometime shortly after the new year. So we're just going to kind of be bringing it in the new year, and you guys are going to be like getting the chance to cash out. So I should be able to give you an exact date. So after the new year, I mean, honestly, we're probably like looking at, I would probably say maybe I could even do it on the 31st, so we're not breaking it in on the new year, but I kind of want to do it after the new year, so it really will depend. Either the 31st or the 7th, one of those two live streams, we'll be doing another cash giveaway through Amazon gift cards. So yeah, another wonderful perk of being a VIP member for those who are maybe on the fence. Get awesome settings, get a chance to get a free membership, and then make a little $5 profit on the side, or whatever the case may be, sometimes more. So yeah, it's going to be fun, man. Most definitely. All right. We've got, what's your opinion on Anchor Nebula Project versus Hisense? I honestly have no idea what that is. I don't know what that is. So I can't really say off the top of my head. You're 100% right. HDR sucks. SDR over HDR. HDR is fake. I feel you all day. We've got, hey Q, got the X-Rite i1 Display Pro now. Very nice. We'll be playing around and calibrating with it over Christmas on my C1, then putting your fantastic settings on top. Bro, get ready to be blown away. If you do anything like that and you do a 2-point grayscale, just a 2-point, and you put my settings on top, knocked on the floor, man. Like it's I'm telling you, like, not to be arrogant, right? But like I know, like, because of the time I put into it and the stuff that I've done to work on it, I know I have the best C1 settings on YouTube. Fact, at the very least, because I've seen everybody else's settings. I've seen Vincent's. I've seen everybody's. Like, they're not hitting at my level, like at all. No disrespect, but they prefer the wash muted director's intent, not realizing that like color grading throws off that whole process with the teal and orange artificially muting colors and like so many different other things. Like you wouldn't even believe. Like it's a whole science. Don't have time for it. Battery is probably gonna die before I get through all of your comments. So if that happens, by the way, and like we're talking and it dies, so sorry. That was a live stream. Probably won't do a part 2, but you know what I mean? But I'm going to try to get through this. Okay, so we've got, okay, how do I get settings to get rid of Black Crush? How do I subscribe? Get with me in the comments down below, and I'll make sure I'll send that link over to you. And then I'll help you with all that stuff. We have, do you really need HDMI cables that are rated 120 FPS to game? Not unless you're doing 4K 120 hertz gaming, and then in which case, yes, you would. We've got, or 4K 120 hertz gaming, to be very specific. Hi, Quantum, I need help. What's going on? Shoot your comment down below. Like the video. Thank you. I appreciate you. I never understood Triluminos. What is it? Triluminos is basically like they have a red, green, blue, green kind of structure to the way that they go about the LED lights. And what made it really special back in the day is that they would have two greens essentially, red, green, blue, green, and that would add that extra kick of light behind quantum dots. So it's not just a white light, they're actually colors, and that's what would make Sony TVs so much more vibrant than Samsung and LG and all those TVs back in the day. Then Sony veered away from that and they started changing everything, and then now they're just white LED lights, and then they go from that to now they remove quantum dots, and now they're putting Triluminos into OLED. It's a total scam, a total gimmick, and Sony is just rewriting the history books literally on what Triluminos means, and it's the most disrespectful thing if you ask somebody like me who like fell in love with true Triluminos. So yeah, and I highly suspect they're gonna do some weird little play on words once they start bringing that into their QLED line. You know, they'll probably call it Triluminos Extreme or something stupid. Like Sony loves these outlandish names, but yeah, that's the whole idea behind Triluminos. It's just it was quantum dot technology that they took away and made mean something entirely different. You know, playing pretend like they like to do. All right, so moving on, we've got yeah. He said yeah, my pumpkin. That's what's up, man. Yo, I'll show you another time, bro. There it is. The pumpkin wall is real, man. Pumpkin gang. I'm telling you. All right, so Q going faster than. Hey, I got you, man. The camera might die on me, so I have to go really fast. Sorry if I'm like going a million miles a minute. We've got can a 75-inch X90J, huh? $1,600. Or oh, I see what you're asking. Oh, I would rather buy a QN85A than a Sony X90J. It's that bad. Happy holidays to you, bro. Keep it. You said keep the great content up. Yep, most definitely will do. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We've got Hisense is very responsive, but I was masking. I think it's autocorrect. I was asking if you recommend me to do anything on the settings for a while now to fix them. I mean, if it's defective, there is literally not much I could do from a settings front. If you can, shoot some pictures over to Discord, and I'll try to see what I can do. But if it's defective, I really can't do much about that for sure. What's going on, Handy Cart? You said, we got you, fam. I see you, brother. I appreciate you. I was worried about the reliability of Hisense TVs. Don't be. I mean, I'm using mine right now, and I mean, really, it's all the same shit. The only difference is the name on the outside of the box and maybe the processing from time to time, but it's really about the same thing. All right, so we've got, I know you prefer BT 2020. You said, but for PC, it doesn't look too good, even with your settings. You're saying, but I use EOTF ST2084. Everything looks perfect. Any reason that might be? I really couldn't tell you. I don't make like PC specific settings for the PC mode dedicated. I only use it outside of the PC mode. So that might be a reason for it, but I'd have to look into your unique and individual case. Q, you missed my comment. I'm sorry, man. I'm probably going to miss a lot more of you guys' comment because I know for a fact this battery is on its last leg and getting ready to die. So we're going to have to wrap this up. But if I didn't get to your comment tonight, I will try to find that dummy battery so we can get it. We'll get you guys this question on the last one, and I'll try to answer you if you ask your question down below or something like that for the ones that didn't get it. So hopefully that plays itself out the way we want it to. But I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by tonight. The guys who donated, all you guys who've been VIP members for the longest time, I really do appreciate you. Guys like Handy Cart Mexican, I see you guys. Fantastic week in, week out. And for all you guys who are participating in our Christmas tree classic kind of thing where we're just kind of putting out a bunch of awesome trees and, you know, you're making it a community. You're really out here helping us have what we want, a fun community that's fostering fun things. So I really appreciate you guys for that. Quality of this video, you guys really liked it. Hopefully it can get better because this is not finished. You guys can't even see the mess behind me. Bro, I'm going to do it on camera before one last thing. Bro, to give you an idea, I don't even know if I can pick this whole thing up because I got the stand in between my legs. This is what's behind me right now. I got this big-ass bag of rice, bro. Big-ass bag of rice just sitting there behind me because, like, what can I do? I'm moving and I've got it all over everywhere. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, it's funny. You guys are like, oh, the quality's good. And I'm like, if you only knew there's a big-ass bag of rice by my leg. Like, you have no idea. So, Yeah, but no, it's been really fun hanging out with you guys, and you guys are awesome. But yeah, we're gonna have more awesome content coming up. Don't forget about the giveaways. We may or may not be doing a TV giveaway, and no, it's not sponsored. It's out of pocket, so maybe we'll be doing that real soon. So you never know. It just depends. Sound off, join, be a part of the community, and let's have some fun, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the number one brand in honesty and keeping it real. I'm going to shut this battery off before it dies on me. I'm going to find my live stream thing and we're going to end it. But we'll be resuming this next week, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and let's have a good old time. So I hope until that time, if I miss you guys and you guys go on a family vacation or something, you guys have a happy holidays and everything is good for you guys. And until the next video,